Oh, it says we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. This is why whenever I watch a live, people are just sitting there for a while and you're like, how come they're not talking? Because they don't know if anybody's here. Here we go. Yay, people have come. You saw our message.
Hello.
Yay.
So, it's so lovely to see people arriving.
Oh my gosh.
We are sorry for the work in progress, the technical difficulties, but it looks like there are some people who found their way here from YouTube where we said we were going to be, and now we're here instead. Hello, everybody.
Because I was in charge of YouTube Live. So I was all proud of myself and looked up how to do this, and it's super easy. You just press live. And I'm like, okay, great. And then Jackie had the great idea, even when she was here, an hour early, and we were like, let's make sure. And so I showed you, and it was like, that's all it is. We're like, okay, we're good. Then we go to actually do it. We press live, and it says, okay, you've requested access, and you will have access in 24 hours. And then we said, oh, Car. Oh, you didn't say that. I said that.
But you guys made it. We're here, and our hope is technology wizardry pending that this will eventually make it up to the channel. But thank you for being here. So this is our second event of the day. We are kicking off the Inspired by Ellen knit-along, and so we thought we'd come and hang out for about half an hour or so, and just have an opportunity to interact with you guys, talk a little bit about sort of what's going on with the Cal. Oh, look at all these people. Hello.
I know, wonderful.
And then what we wanted to do, or what we are planning to do, is to hang out. Mm-hmm. We're also, once again, surrounded by a lot of Nutiden yarn. And so we thought that we might do a little color play. Mm-hmm. And give you guys an opportunity to play with colors with us through a game that we have affectionately named Yarn Oracle.
Mm-hmm. Good name.
So if this is the first time that you're tuning in with us, welcome. On one of our previous podcast episodes, the Knitting a Good Yarn podcast, we asked people to sort of comment below, or to leave a comment with an idea or an inspiration around sort of a feeling or a mood, or like something that they wanted to create in their knitting. And what we would do is we would put together some color combinations, some little packages from our stash of Nutiden yarn that we felt sort of embodied that spirit or that idea. And so looking at all these wonderful human beings who are here.
So amazing. Every person that pops up, I'm like, yay!
And we thought that we could play that game again with you guys live. And so if you felt so inclined, you could drop in the comments like where you're coming from, and either a color combination that you'd like to see, or a mood or a feeling that you'd like to create. And then we're going to pair some colors, and Carmen's going to do pairing, and I'm going to do pairing, and we'll laugh at the difference of that. But hopefully that just gives you an opportunity to play with color if you haven't already started dreaming or swatching for the
Cal.
Yes. The knit-along.
And did you want to go over very quickly? We're just going to super fast remind you.
Oh, hello from Denver and Maine and Australia.
Oh my gosh.
So, did we even introduce ourselves?
No.
So I'm Jackie.
I'm Carmen.
And
I did say Carmen earlier when I was saying how I messed it all up.
And we are one of the co-hosts of the Inspired by Ellen knit-along. We have a podcast on YouTube called Knitting a Good Yarn, and we are co-hosting this knit-along with Loretta and Natalia from the Knit My Way Home podcast, who were live this morning.
Bright and early.
And so this is our part 2 of that. So this knit-along is a knit-along about color work and creativity and play, and if you want to find out more about it, you can Go on Ravelry and check out our Ravelry group under Knitting Good Yarn Podcast. There's a whole thread about it. You can look at some previous episodes. But essentially, 5 friends saw a sweater on Instagram that was posted by Honor Air. It was a full colorwork sweater that was knit by Ellen, who's one of the amazing beings who is a part of Honor Air.
Looked a lot like this.
And it looked a lot like that. And we decided that we would knit it together. And then we decided maybe there are some other people who want to knit it as well. And so this is a 5-month cal that begins today on September 1st, goes all the way until January 31st of 2023. And to participate, all you have to do is knit something using
anything,
the motif.
Yes.
So
this is one of them. This was in a book. Sorry. This is in this Knitting in the Nordic Tradition. This might be backwards. By Vibeke Lind. So you can get the pattern there, but also Phil Kalana then created a free pattern.
Called the Alvi.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by comments. Called the Alvi that you can also. Yeah, this is gonna be us all.
There we go.
Hi.
We're back. We're sorry for the minor interruption of the phone falling over. But yes, so
I have to say, we were all set up with my laptop on a whole thing, everything. We worked it. We made sure it was the good angles, and then we're like, the YouTube doesn't work. So then we're like, okay, we'll just do Instagram Live, try to do that on the laptop. Apparently you can't, or we don't know how. So then we're like, oh my God, we could use my phone, but then we couldn't get everything set up. So it's literally just precariously leaning against something, and we're probably going to drop you again. Sorry.
So, clothes on forward. So thank you.
Loretta.
Hi, Loretta's here. Loretta, this morning very gracefully figured out Instagram Live and did an amazing job and was wearing a beautiful sweater.
Yes.
And at the end of the live realized that her beautiful sweater was on backwards. But
I'm not even 100% sure mine is on yours. You never know. But yeah, it still looked lovely.
Look at this. Hello from Oakville.
Oh, hey, Monique. Hello. Oh my gosh.
Watching you from Nanaimo, about to hop on the ferry to Vancouver.
Lynn. Oh. Love it.
So, would love to hear from anybody if they want to see some color combos, if they want to if you want to drop in the comments the color combination that you are knitting in, and if we have it and it's available, we'll hold it up.
Or just thinking about things. If you're like, I don't know, I usually like gray, but then I think I want, I'd love a gray with some kind of something fun. Not that gray's not fun. Gray's very fun. But something maybe a little brighter, we could throw stuff together.
The brights are so beautiful.
Aw.
Or we can just go free-for-all, and Carmen, you can just start pairing colors together, which is a game that we often play with each other.
We do. And we brought in all of my stash, and your stash, and we were combining it, and of course, like, getting distracted just by colors that just happened to end up together, and just going like, oh my God, what's that? Like, right, like, where's... I don't know.
A romantic or whimsical pairing. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Romantic or whimsical. Okay. This is harder than I would have expected because there's so many.
I think, so we have brought down what I think is maybe 2 years worth of Nutiden stash between Carmen and I, so there are a lot of options.
Okay. I have one. Oh, and my dog wants to get out. It's just chaos here. Okay, so God. I don't even know how that happened. We didn't even touch anything.
Okay, show your color.
Okay. So romantic and whimsical, when I think of that, I think of, I don't know why so what this is reminding me, a blue and a pink together, reminds me of Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, from the original Sleeping Beauty cartoon somehow. And that's very romantic and lovely and whimsical. So this is a light blue called Fruset Vatten. I think it means frozen water.
Yeah.
And then this is Vilgot, which Jackie had made her beautiful bright sweater in. And that to me just, I don't know, that seems so fresh and airy and romantic.
So it's around dinner time where we are. I'm trying to find the plate that I want. Okay.
Which one do you want?
So I feel like we just had a role reversal.
I was just going to say, I'm like, what's happening over here?
What is happening? Because this is the pairing that I put together for romantic.
Ooh,
so
yes.
This is Sade, which is a really beautiful deep red. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. With this goldeny brown, and this is raw. And so apparently it's near dinner time, and when somebody said romantic, I thought chocolate and red wine.
Oh, I like that.
So there's my
Yes.
romantic.
And this is the darkest you're ever going to see Jackie get, I feel confident in saying.
Oh yeah, I would
That
never
is
knit with this,
unbelievable.
but this is why it's so fun, because I get to choose things that are clearly, at this moment in time, not my palette, but
Beautiful.
there you go.
Okay, that was an awesome one. Oh, Natalia's all-time favorite is Fruset Vatten. I don't blame you. I've had this and I haven't knit with it. Well, I had it as a color work, just a tiny bit of color work. But pulling it out today, I'm like, what am I doing? This is like, it really is like ice water.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, God. Okay. Do we have to scroll up? I wonder if anybody had, do I dare?
Yeah, you could do it.
Okay. Oh, Jewel tones, Lynn.
Okay. Okay. Did you see like the
I'm
stress?
like, here we go, Jackie.
Jewel
Well, look
tones.
what you just did,
I know.
Jackie. So you can do
Okay.
this. Look, we're just gonna leave you. Literally, we're just sorry. Oh, I know which one I love. Well, of course. Oh, you know what I don't have here? The green, the forest green one. What was? I need the really dark green. Anyway.
Do you want to use stem?
Oh, that's not really.
It's not right, is it?
Jewel tone, no. Oh boy.
Okay, guys. This is a strange day for me, apparently. But this is what happens when you play yarn games with people online. Okay, so I'm going Jewel Tone's low contrast version. This is Infinitives. And I'm going to put it together with Birvan, which is from the latest collection. And I hear that it's still available and will be available at the next shop update. And I just think that to do a color work with this as the main... Is it Variegat?
Yeah.
It's the main color, and to run this through, because to me, when I look at this, I think of like tourmaline or sapphire, like one of those jewels that comes in all different kinds of colors.
That's very smart. You're very good at this. That's
I don't
really
actually
good.
know if it's aesthetically pleasing.
Maybe because you might not find it, but I think
But,
it is.
yeah.
Beautiful. You know, actually, sorry. I'm trying to decide with my things. I love this. This question. I think the hard part is that in general, I would say Nutiden yarns are not, often don't have jewel tones. Like you're not going to get super, super dark, or saturated colors. Like most of the time they have more of a heathered kind of look to it. So it's a bit less options. And there's a forest green that came out in like January's one. That was so beautiful. That would have been Skogsra, that's right. Yeah. But I'm going to go with a double purple. So this is infinitive, so same as my sweater. And then I think I would put it together and just have like some real amethysty look going on.
Do this. All three of them.
Oh yeah, that is very pretty. It's almost like the bottom of the amethyst rock.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like, I feel like it's like the geode.
I know, that is
Geode.
really nice.
Maybe like a gray, like a bluey gray.
Another, because there's also bluey gray, did you say? Bluey gray.
This one's not blue pearlescent. But like, that reminds me of a geode.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty.
So, yeah.
And then Val is another very deep blue. So you could go kind of... I love, like, intense colors together. I think that looks beautiful. I think Jackie would say no. Well, not no, but not for me.
Yeah, the cobalt blue. This is Val.
Mm-hmm.
This is Val.
That was a beautiful one
Beautiful
last year. And Val means whale. Whale and something else, like a completely different word.
Can't remember.
But it was really, I knit a sweater in this, and every time I wear it, it's like, it just feels like you're surrounded in this blue whale.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when jewel tones came up, I just thought of this.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess I could have. Yeah, that's a good point. Similar purples. Yes. So this is Pupaline, is the kind of aqua teal color, and then Lola is that one. Mm-hmm. Great query, Lynn. Love it. The cobalt blue, I know. Love it. Okay, let's see if anybody else has any things.
Oh, we didn't do whimsical pairing. We did.
I think we did. Well, that's what it was, romantic or whimsical. See, I put those together. That's why I thought of these two. I don't know. It's just like light fairy. I think a fairy with whimsical.
I think for me, Pupaline is like the most whimsical color. I don't know what I would pair it with.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I see it as having like a... I don't know if maybe whimsical I see as having like is very airy to me, and this feels very like grounded to me. I don't know why. Color, right? Can be different to each person. Thank you, Loretta. Val also means choice, as in selection or vote. That's right. Vra and a nest. Okay, a nest. Vra. What was Vra?
Vra is I don't think we have Vra. Neither of us got Vra.
Is it the dark?
It's the dark.
The dark.
It's a dark.
Yeah.
Dark
black.
Oh
no, that's
Raw.
Is that raw? This is more of a brown.
This is the closest that we can show you. But those are... So Vra was a really natural, deep, dark, rich gray that came out in the collection that had Silhouette, which was a sort of multiple gray color changing yarn. And so neither Carmen or I actually brought that colorway. But I believe that this is the closest that we can get.
It's going to have a little more brown to it than probably what, Monique, I wonder what you, like, do you have it with you? Is that what you're going to use? That would be very, very beautiful. Oh, Kelly's here too. It's funny, you ask a question and then we just sit and wait. Because people might right away answer, but maybe they won't.
Vra means nook.
Oh,
Vra means nook. Yes,
Loretta,
like a
just coming up with all of. I love this. Beautiful. Jackie, you have. I don't know if you're going to. You don't need to show it if you want, but I know you've got another combo.
I have another super basic request. Autumn. Oh, I love that. How long? Okay, we're gonna be here for a while.
Autumn. I guess we could do more than
We could do more than two.
I wonder what this is like for you guys, where we just literally disappear on you and like come back eventually. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's an amazing combo.
What? Yours is
Yours.
too. No, I'm loving yours as well. Okay. Couldn't stop with just 2. Okay. Here's mine. Well, I would do this. And also, I love to sometimes add in that blue into autumn, which you wouldn't normally think, but like always brings in something special. Reminds me of some kind of like a bouquet. So this would be a nest on the top. Menning, I think. This one, which is one of the... there's actually Menning left, too. I think both the nest and Menning are still available. It's like a golden brown. Harden, one of my favorite colors of all time. I bought a lot of this one because I just was so in love with it. And then Barrenland. That's autumn to me. Oh, I might have to do this, Lynn. I love it.
Okay. I'm very literal about color combinations, apparently, but...
Me too.
Here's my autumn.
Oh, yes!
So, again, this is raw. This is raw. The middle one is Varflod. And then the bottom one is from the most recent collection, and it is Botanesca. And so when I think about the fall, at least where we are in Ontario, I think of the fall as being the time where, of course, all of the leaves kind of turn reddish and golden, etc. But what I really notice is that all of the pines and the cedars and the trees that don't lose their leaves, it's like I like that interplay between like the really, really classic autumn colors, and then also I'm thinking of pine, which is this like bluey, greeny color.
This was tall bark, wasn't it? Like almost Morker. Or that's Morker, yeah. Where's tall bark? Because that was literally pine.
And so that's my autumn.
It's gorgeous.
And then of course, like, is there anything more autumn than Mirvan?
You honestly don't even need anything else. You can
But
for those who don't know, this one was actually based on rainbow chard. And if you look at rainbow chard, you'll see, like, she just nailed it. It's so perfectly rainbow chard.
Yeah, raw and Varflod
gorgeous.
Is gorgeous. Because I think, anyways, what I notice in putting them together, this is what I love about Colorplay, is like, you look at it and you're like, oh, that's a really rich and beautiful brown, and then you add this and suddenly it's like that much more gold because the two sort of play off each other.
Yeah.
So there's autumn.
Love it.
I think there are a couple up here. Vra and Vilgot. Oh my gosh, you're speaking my love language.
No, we just don't have Vra.
We just don't have
But we have
Vra.
well, this will look gorgeous with it. Oh, you're going to put with that one. Both of those would look amazing. So beautiful. I mean, a pink and a gray, like, you can't go wrong. But honestly, like, a pink and kind of a brown, too, always looks beautiful,
oh my gosh, so
too.
Good.
Oh, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I feel like we should have gotten Vra.
We should have gotten Vra.
I think we had just gotten a bunch of stuff, and we were feeling like we bought a lot from, I think that was when I got all the Harden. And I was like, I'm fine. I don't need more. And then I did.
I think, what's that? There was an acronym that that
Sable?
Instagram made us aware of, which is SABLE, which stands for Stash Acquisition Beyond Life Expectancy. And so we were having a Sable moment.
We were having a Sable moment. Panicky.
Didn't get Vra.
So it took a lot to knit all this. I think I saw
winter.
Yeah.
Winter theme.
Winter theme. Okay, well, there's the most basic one that always comes to me with this, but... Me too. This can be hard sometimes. first?
You go first.
You go first. I did the last two.
Okay.
I want to see your stuff.
We're back. So this is my winter. And this is You Nest Again. And what am I looking at? Adekvat. So this is my winter combo. One, because I think it's a really cool color combination. I think of winter as sort of being a cool, a cool sort of color mood. And if we're gonna get really crazy, I would add Haden. Because what I started with is thinking about like what is, what's a winter moment that I think of fondly, like what's a winter memory that I think of fondly, and I think about being indoors, cozied up, with a wood-burning stove, with sort of that like dark cast iron and fire in the hearth on what is, you know, what is often referred to in Canada as a bluebird day, where outside the sky is really, really blue and it's really, really crisp, and it's also so cold that it hurts to be outside. Like your face just hurts being in the outside cold. And so that's my memory of winter.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love this combo.
Again,
Beautiful.
It's really fun when I get to put together combinations that I would probably never wear, but maybe somebody out there, this is your jam.
That's beautiful. And mine's more like, yeah, you're pulling out these really like hot ones, and I'm pulling out these like more muted, I would think. Winter to me, yeah, just has
gosh.
I've obviously let go of just the two. Now I'm up to 4. I almost pulled out another one, but I mean, any of these combos could come together. But there's something about like, ooh. Hopefully this doesn't knock you guys over. Blues that are icy, purples that are icy, even like whites that are icy. Like I like this even a little bit more than pulling out like a really bright white, because it's sort of this, there's a blue kind of like an ice undertone to everything in the winter. So like that.
So what do you have that here?
Okay, sorry. That's in a
IRF.
IRF. In a I feel like Loretta's going to tell us right now. Thank goodness. So there's that one. This is one of the old
Stardust.
ones.
So this is a rather old colorway, which is one of the cooler toned grays that has these beautiful blue pops.
It is
I
gorgeous.
don't know if you can see, this is one of my favorite colorways ever.
Yes. Is that calendula?
This is again old stash calendula lavandula. Oh no.
I don't know.
And it's a beautiful purple.
Oh, and
Interval.
Which I think somebody was. I think in Loretta's one this morning you were talking. Navneet was showing it, and yeah, I'm also not going to be able to do it because it has these bright pops. It's blue, but it has a bright pops of pink. Maybe you can kind of see it a little bit in there, but it's like almost fluorescent pink. Very cool. Snow and Nest. Where did Nest go? Here it is.
Oh, this was a close one for me.
Beautiful.
Yes, you guys, I like almost cast this on.
Oh, and actually, I have to say, this isn't snow. This is ornithogalum, but probably very similar. But, oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So if I were to have infinite time to knit 3 sweaters, because I have 2 Cal sweaters on the go, because I wanted to cast something on with people today, so I cast on a second sweater today.
Of course you did.
But if I were to cast on a 3rd sweater, this is what I would do. This was a serious contender. Was to do a cream white and Wagenhem, and then to fade in different things. So you could, I thought about fading in Inest, or somebody in the comment is sort of saying that you can use a different color for the peacock feather end. So
yes,
use this as a pop.
Also, like, yeah, that shushmane here that Carolyn used to do. Oh gosh, now I don't know which one is which. Is it right at the end there?
It is right at the end. But to do like a fade here.
Oh, I can't quite see. I think we're starting to lose our light a little bit. This is like a purpley pink. Oh, look, it looks so totally gray there.
Yeah.
Oops, oopsies.
But then to fade into interval. So I really actually did think about this specific combination to do a fade of the color work like that.
So pretty.
What else? Oh, we have Kelly saying IRF with interval would be my winter pick. Do you want to show that?
Oh, Kelly. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Amazing. Either direction, kind of like.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah. Wow. Gorgeous. Loretta's forgotten. In a radish. Faller. In a radish faller?
No.
Lynn, I obviously do not like remember them very well, but Jackie is the queen of remembering these names.
It's because I spend all of my time dreaming about high contrast color combinations that I will never knit. Ellen, thank you, Ellen.
Innen regnet faller.
Before the rain falls.
Beautiful.
Before the rain falls.
It really is. And it is. It's probably, I when I first saw it, like when I've seen this color on, like on the screen, it's really not, it's much deeper somehow than what you can pick up, I think, on the screen. This one in particular, when I saw it and it came out of the package, I was like, oh my God, like it is a storm cloud. Like really is. Beautiful. Oh, I kind of like it with that one too.
Oh, that's good.
Constant. There's just millions of options.
So what are people casting on? Are you casting on anything today? Have you already casted on? I think I saw a comment who said that where somebody is casting on their third thing.
Oh, good for you. Parallel, tall bark, and morker. So we just found morker. Where did we find morker? It was over there. And parallel, we grabbed that, didn't we? I think we brought that in.
That's tall bark.
That's tall bark?
No,
that's
parallel.
Tall bark. Yeah, that's tall bark. Parallel, and morker was literally right here. Where did? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's a good option.
That is a great color combination.
Good color combo.
Oh.
Oh yeah. That's a nice fade.
Okay, so that one is morker.
Mm-hmm.
This one is parallel.
Tall bark. And parallel I stuck on the top.
Oh my God, that's such a good fade.
Oh my God, you almost want like one more. What's gonna be? I know maybe. Oh, that might have too much blue. That was it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, no, too late.
Well, what would you put this against, right? Because if we're thinking about color work, this would be
right. That
the
would
contrast,
be the fade.
or it could be the. Oh my gosh, a fade of the sweater where you're fading the background color and the herringbone and the motif is in a solid.
Oh my God, what would you choose? You know, I wonder even about, like, I wouldn't want a bright white, but this is Fleece Lean, obviously one of my favorites ever, that has the little flecks of black in it. That could be kind of a background, white with these fading in, although that would be similar to, I think, what you had done. Blue, Russet Bottom. What would people do? What would you
do? What would you
do here?
Do as the
brown?
What would you pair this with?
That's a little maybe too close.
Oh. Nope. You're safe.
Ada. No, two. Not casting.
Sadly, not casting on yet. Still have 3 weeks. on a road trip and didn't take Nutiden with me. Well, we do have 5 months, so
Yes. I think
tons and tons of
with
time.
your knitting prowess, I'm not worried for you. I think you're going to get it done. You'll have no trouble.
And someone's saying that they're doing an Aito in this fade. So Aito is a B. Mandarine's Melody Hoffman
The shawl. Yes.
that she knit, I think, in Plotulopi and did like a fade. And
This would be so beautiful. That's a great idea.
This is sticking with me. Some color combinations, especially the ones that you don't see, sometimes you see them and you're like, ooh, like this is, you know how they call songs that get stuck in your head earworms? Like, what would the knitting equivalent be to an earworm? Because I feel like I often get these, you know?
Yes. Like they should
What do you
need to be
think?
together.
What's the knitting equivalent?
Where you
What's the
can't let it
word
go.
where you can't let it go and you're like wandering around and you're like dreaming in this color, or you're just like, what project would I cast on and what would I pair this with?
Something with like, I keep thinking something with Velcro or something.
Light blue contrast. That's a phenomenal idea.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Crucified.
I am Jennifer Robin. You are a genius.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And I think this one actually is
Yarn worm. Sorry.
a yarn worm. Yes. Yes. We have a yarn worm.
I love it.
And
so pretty.
Yeah, this is, this is winter. This is the new winter. This is that like morning winter sky.
Totally.
And the bark.
The ice with
Of
the bark
trees.
Of the trees.
Somebody please knit this.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody please knit this. Velcro, my nemesis. I agree. I feel
that
that
be
it is. I feel that
For any knits.
Yeah,
right?
for
You don't
any
want
knits,
Yeah,
like-
you're right. What am I thinking? Get the Velcro out of here. No. Velcro and zippers.
Let's see.
Kelly.
I've cast it on top down and I can't decide when to start the color work part and whether to make it zigzaggy or flat edge for the color work. Oh, this is such a good question.
You can show your...
So I can
you
show.
did.
So.
There you go. Do you want me to hold it? And
Yeah.
just explain it?
So this is my cow sweater number 1. And so this is what it would look like for it to be flat. And so when I knit this, I actually knit one row. If you look super closely, there's one row that is knitted Lola, and then I started the color work chart, and I think it's not that noticeable.
I like it. It gives a nice edge to it.
So this is what it would look like to have a flat edge. And then
Nice. Look
this
at
is
Jackie's,
kind
of course,
of-
prepared to give you all of the options
Because
with actual knits.
I agonized over this also, and I was like, I don't know. And so this, if you just ignored this part, this is what it might look like to start the color work and for it to be a zigzag. Mm-hmm. So this is a combination of Albina's basic sock recipe and the Kura sock recipe from Evil Knits. And so if it were a sweater, it might kind of look like that, to have a zigzaggy edge.
I like them both. I like on this one, I think because you're going straight across with your arms, I really like that you made this a very strong kind of, a strong contrast where it starts and it stops. But I like that option too.
I think that if I were to knit Cal sweater number 18 and be doing it like a top-down sort of raglan or round yoke style, and to start the yokes, if I were starting the sort of motif here, higher up, I think it would be interesting to do it as a zigzag.
I do too.
It's kind of like a reverse yoke.
Like having the herring
having
bone,
it here.
but without the stem kind of thing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
But
that was our little... Are we back? Are we back? Is anyone out there? Oh no, they all have to join again.
No, I think everyone's still here.
It says only... Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh good.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
That was our alarm to tell us that we needed to
start wrapping
things up.
Because we are also doing another call. We're doing a Zoom night, a Zoom meetup on
Zoom virtual knit night.
making. Yes, on the Making app, and that starts in about an hour and 15 minutes. I hope people are joining us on that too. Still there. Thank you.
Thank you. So, were there any last sort of burning questions that people had, or like burning color combinations that you want to see before we sign off and maybe see some of you again in an hour and 15 minutes?
Leanne's going to bed.
Yes,
Leanne, where are you? Because you can't be out in Calgary. Well, I guess you could, but maybe you go to bed 3:30, 2:45. Norway, yes. What time would Norway be then? 6 hours ahead of us? Probably?
I'm not a clue.
Ooh, 11:45. That would be a lot. Halifax. Oh, right, but Leanne, you probably have a very early wake-up time, as I see from your podcast. You often are woken up very early.
That time in Norway.
Beautiful. Well, thank you all for joining us. I apologize for our little technical difficulties, but we learn through these things, and the next time, as long as we don't try to do a YouTube live in the next 23 hours, we're going to be fine, and it will be the easy process that the internet told me it was going to be, but apparently not until tomorrow.
We're learning, so thanks for making your way over here, navigating your way here, and we will see you very soon. If not at tonight's Knit Night, there are a whole bunch of different opportunities to hang out on IG Live and with the Knit Nights, with upcoming podcasts on our Ravelry thread, all that good stuff. And so this is just day 1 of 5 months.
5 months.
And we can't wait to see you all again, to see what you guys put together and what you're knitting, hats, sweaters, mittens, socks, Nutiden, non-Nutiden, all of it. So thanks for hanging out, and we're going to try and save this so that it
I'm
can
not going
be
to touch
watched
anything.
again.
Jackie's going to do... She's going to do...
We're going to try.
This, and
so
hopefully it's all good.
yeah.
Thank you for being part of this. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Yes.